Start them up.
That is the opposite.
Well, on that note, welcome everybody into episode 75 of the Illiana Stock Car Radio Podcast.
Yeah, we're getting old. 75.
75, yeah.
Look who's back.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
saying stuff.
He's back again. Tell your friends that you need to be watching Illiana Stock Car Radio.
Are we doing the like, subscribe, ring the bell, give us a comment already?
Well, I had to pull, do some different verbiage there because I think we were probably up against our copyright.
Oh, yeah,
there, but,
yeah.
I don't want to do any of that. But welcome back. Like I said, episode 75, and continuing our 2023 local racing season preview this week. We welcome in the folks from Shadyhill Speedway, Tammy Hunt and Billy Alger.
And
Great people.
we have really hit just across the board with doing these season previews. We did the floating heads. We did a screwed everything up, so we got to do it again.
Yep.
And now we're back in the studio.
Back in the studio, yeah. So it helps when you get people that are local. They can just come to the studio and kind of helps that nice in-person commentary a little bit. It's all good. It's fun to bring people into the studio here and talk to them and kind of have those
Selling some
intimate
RC
conversations.
cars and a hot tub.
Yeah, what's beyond the curtain,
Yeah.
my Shadyhill Speedway embarking on their 40th season of competition. Oval racing there began back in July of 1983, originally built as a motorcycle racing facility.
I feel old.
Sounds like Illiana.
Yeah, but Illiana's older than me.
True.
Yes, I mean
Shadyhill's only slightly older.
Well, actually,
I'll see myself up.
Here we go.
it did exist in 73, but it was strictly motorcycles. This year, when you get the 2023 souvenir program that you'll hear about later, you'll see Stan Kalazinski's story talk about that. It wasn't until 83 when they started racing stock cars.
He really did find his voice, didn't
He
he?
found his voice. It's got to be in the bottom of that Miller Lite can that he got
Probably.
going on.
Yeah.
But man, over the years, many local racers have tested their abilities over at the Shadyhill Speedway, from Davis, Bitterling, Hollifield to DeYoung and Lomax.
Hell,
Lots.
half of that list still races there.
Yeah, right, exactly. So a lot going on over there. Ownership's changed hands a few times from the Bushes, who originally owned it, Dale Sorrell, the Schmitter family. Now former racer turned owner and promoter Billy Alger with his partner Tammy Hunt. They took the reins in 2017, so this will be their 7th year owning and promoting the Speedway.
You do the math.
The math was already done for me. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. I apologize if it's not.
I was a football player, so don't trust it.
I get to use calculators and Excel and stuff at work.
There
so,
you go.
The whole whatever we got going on. But no, a lot of interesting stuff going on. Like you said, this is the 3rd, I guess technically it would be the 4th. But yeah, we messed that one up. So 3rd.
That's right.
of the
Tony
season,
forgave us.
Yeah, of the season preview episodes. Really looking forward to it. This will be the 2nd dirt track we've done now.
Yeah.
So kind of expanding the horizons just a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot
think
we did
Kankakee
the
was
call-in one too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did the call-in one. So I think Kankakee was actually expanding the horizons. Shadyyhill's been topic of conversation here before, so I don't think totally expanding the horizons here, but still that
Stepped up to the plate again. He didn't completely say no. I'm what? Who on camera?
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of cool things going on at the Shadyhill Speedway. So I don't think there's anything left to do, but go ahead and
Rearrange the furniture.
rearrange and bring some folks in here and talk about it. What do you think?
Let's get to
Let's
it.
get 'em.
All right, so here is our interview with Billy Alger and Tammy Hunt from the Shadyhill Speedway.
Hey, we're back in the studio.
Back in the studio, we got some special guests with us. We got Billy Alger and Tammy Hunt from the Shadyhill
How'd we con them into
Speedway.
coming up here?
Must have been that new producer that we got going
Oh
on.
yeah, it's all his fault.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now, Tammy, it's your first time,
Yes.
so we'll try not to be too rough on you.
She's scared.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I would be scared of us, too.
She's sitting next to you.
Still
Correct.
scared.
Yes. And Billy, it's been a minute since we've had you on, especially since you've been here in the studio with
Yeah, there was a
us, so-
table last time he was here.
I know. We've kind of
It's been a while.
got a little more relaxed in here. trying
Yeah,
to
we
get
got
more comfortable
we're
in
next
here.
to one fern.
No, one fern.
Hi, Schwartz.
And Bob. I think we were calling it Bob, right?
We were calling it Bob.
Yeah, so
We
we're
need to
good.
get a sticker on that. Bob, where's the stickers?
Hey, aren't you the sticker guy? Aren't you the graphics guy?
Not his graphics guy.
Well, that's okay. That's Rick Wise.
Well, I mean, somebody will be at Shadyhill. Other people will be at Shadyhill.
Oh man. So like I said, been a little while since we had you guys on here. A little bit maybe has changed at the Speedway. In that time since we've had you on here. Entering your guys' 7th season as promoters of the Speedway. Anything you guys have learned in the last 6, maybe that we can look forward to this year?
I'll let Tammy answer that.
I've learned a ton, but I'll let Billy take this one.
That's a good thing to learn.
Yeah, it's every year the Good Acres always help us out at the banquet, and we always want to, celebrate a good year and learn stuff, of course. And I always want to try to give the drivers as much money as I can, weekly, without going bankrupt. That's the hard thing to do. And what I've seen in the last few years is the race cars are getting a lot sharper. The graphics guys are doing an awesome job, all the way down to the four-baggers. They're just good-looking cars everywhere, and the fans are great. Honestly, it's just, except for rain and Joe Biden a little bit, because I'm blaming him on gas, but gas is always really high. That's the only tough thing we've had to deal with. Like just this last weekend, we went through a lot of gas just trying to get the track rolled in. It's expensive, but we just been efficient, right? We just work as hard as we can and stuff. And it was a time there 2 years ago when it was hard to find employees, like everywhere, from McDonald's. So you seen all that stuff. It was, think about a racetrack, and it doesn't matter if it's Kankakee or our track or wherever. We expect people to come work on a Saturday night in the summertime, one night a week, and it's hard to find people. So we appreciate our crew. We have a great crew, and we're thanks to Tammy. Actually, she does all that work. So it's been good. I mean, it's really. We just always try to step it up for everybody, and we're pretty proud of the schedule this year too. So it should be cool.
Awesome. Before we move too far into 2023 and the schedule you guys got coming, kind of give a quick recap of your 2022 and how that all went.
I'll ask Tammy again, but she'll probably send it to me. What was your 2022 like?
I don't know. It seemed like it was hard because it rained a lot.
It did. That was like the
fight hard for every race. It seemed like.
Yeah. People didn't realize, we're not one of them people that want to get on Facebook all the time and, oh, look what we did or look what that did or, just little stuff. But, I mean, we did have 2, little tornadoes come through that blew all the billboards all over. We had a foot of water in the infield and signs are floating around on a Friday. And then we got it all back together, the track back together somehow. And like Tammy said, we had to fight at least every other weekend with some kind of problems. And as you see with the White Lightning last year, it took 4 tries, I think, to get it in. Crazy, so you deal with it. That's all. So it was, but when we did race, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those, like you said, it was a fighter kind of year. So anyway.
We had good crowds. Nothing to really complain about. As far as the outside looking in, it probably looked, oh, this is great. But for us behind the scenes, it was a little bit of a rough year.
Sure. I'm curious. So with Plymouth going back to asphalt last year, did you guys pick up any extra, car count or anything else, being the kind of the dirt track out there?
I think they got their own kind of people too. I mean, maybe a few here and there. So, but it was maybe their people went to asphalt or something like that. But it was I didn't notice too big of a difference. So.
Okay. Awesome. So new things at Speedway for this year. I think everybody, fans and crew members alike, are probably going to be happy with that new scoreboard you guys got.
Especially the photographers that can't count that high.
What does it go to 5? I mean, what limitation are we talking about here?
Oh, there's a couple races that have a lot of laps. I remember frequently texting Dad under caution, "Hey, what lap are we on?"
Yeah, it will be nice because we had when we first bought the track, there was a scoreboard that was junk. Then they had one on top of it that went bad, and then they had Illiana's already purchased. We went down the road. We knew Illiana had a bad scoreboard already, so that was like trying to get that one didn't work. And then I know this scoreboard was found. Where was it? Wisconsin, I believe, and all that work, trucked it in, did a bunch of work on it, lasted 2 weeks, and then it crapped out. And there's no circuit board in it. You can't get them anymore. It's a 1994. So finally we saved up money, just put a little away here and there, and then said, you know what, this is the year we're going to buy it. And just like all good things, we have to wait a little bit though, because they're the crews are still in Oklahoma. They let Tammy know yesterday, so they won't be here for another week or so. But still working on it. So, but it will be cool when we get it. So,
Brian, you got to count some more. Luckily, it's the white lighting. That's only 10.
We might him do a little extra work.
Well, yeah, I had to shoot the mystery, I think 2 years ago, and yeah, it was 1, 2, caution.
Did
crap.
you have enough fingers and toes for that?
No.
That sounds like an issue. But one thing obviously with dirt tracks, they're prepping the surface is a huge thing. Looks like you guys have a new top layer, some fresh dirt out at the Speedway.
yeah, it's another thing that I'm taking all the questions. I'm sorry, Tammy.
Okay, the dirt is your thing.
Another thing we really don't boast about is we get dirt every year or every other year at least. You know what I'm saying? We just the guy that was doing it this year he was happy. He put it on Facebook, and then it got kind of some big publicity. But yeah, at least every other year, every year, because the guys are always throwing the clay out and it disappears, and you got to add it. So it's nothing big really. So, but we're all the rain and stuff made it hard to put it all back together again. So, but we should be ready for this week. So,
awesome. Well, classes out at the Speedway, got a lot going on there. Modified and bombers, everything kind of stays the same there. But the four bangers had a bit of a rule change this year.
what rule change? I don't even.
Producer. No, producer.
Yeah, what are you talking about here?
Refresh our memory.
I thought there was a small rule change.
We might have tweaked something other, but it's all at ShadyhillSpeedway.com. So if it's
So if you're looking for updated rules, if you haven't figured it out yet, with opening night just around the corner, you might want to get on that. I know how
Worst case,
are.
send Brian Goodacre a message. He apparently knows what the rule changes
Yeah,
are.
exactly. Lucky 7 Series is going to return for this year.
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what else to say. Yes, it
She
is.
said, "Oh, I happen to have my
Nothing-
Lucky 7 shirt on, but
Nothing's changed there either, right? As far as maybe the rules are pretty much the same.
we've tried to get a couple sponsors. We got a bigger race coming up that we'll be announcing pretty soon here, and those guys are great. They put on a great show. Well, I shouldn't say guys. There's a couple girls that race in it too that are pretty good. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Should be a good time.
And then kind of a, I guess maybe bigger thing for this year, dropped the UMP crate late models for a new Rebel late model class. Seems like, while some of the other tracks are trying to get the factory Fords and the Crown Vic class going on, you guys are kind of still looking more at that top level.
Yeah, who doesn't like a late model? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're cool, but we did a lot of work. We spent our years with the crates, and it just wasn't taking off where I wanted it to go. And I felt like there was a lot of finger pointing, and we never could do good enough in tack, and things like that. So it's kind of a difficult motor to tack and difficult to police. And so I had talked to a few drivers about this class, and this class excited me so much about wanting to put my helmet back on and go race it myself. And that's that gets you going. It's a cool class. I think it's going to work out well. We got about 12 guys signed up already, so
All right.
we should be looking forward to that. So we're already past the crate lates, and nothing against crates. They can still come run. They get a 100-pound brake and stuff like that, So, but want to hear some horsepower? We all like the sound while we got it, right? So it should be cool.
Yeah, I know some people probably are curious about what sets the Rebel late model class apart from the crate late. So can you explain about that just a little bit?
Basically, it's just a 23-degree head engine, wet sub. It's kind of a motor that you could build at your house if you got some mechanical skills. And late models are cool. They're around. You can buy them, and I think you'll see that. And plus the horsepower. What driver doesn't like a lot of horsepower? So you're talking. I think a few guys were getting 530, 540 horse out of it, where the crate's kind of 400 if they're legal, So, but it should be cool. Looking forward to it.
Good. Definitely, when you add that horsepower, definitely kind of puts it back in the driver's hands just a little bit.
Yeah, that was the one thing I liked about Shadyhill when I used to go before we bought it. It has a good sound. The track sounds good. Like when you're standing above and looking down into it, it's a good sounding racetrack. And I'm looking forward to these cars and how they're going to sound, So our modified sound great, So it should be a good deal. They're right, Tammy.
Yes, I'm excited.
So looking forward to the 2023 schedule here. 40th season of racing kicks off. The White Lightning Showdown, 5,000 to win, plus regular weekly show this Saturday, May 6th. Kind of talk about that show and what you guys got on tap for this upcoming weekend.
Go, Tammy.
I don't think he's going to let
Go
you
ahead.
off the hook.
Man, I think Billy's walking home.
She's ready for pizza, I think. But
Who isn't?
the White Lightning, it was an idea I had years and years ago at a racetrack I had in North Carolina when we changed the Millennium. Thought, my gosh, we're not going to live another 1,000 years. We have to do a cool race. And so I had I think it was called the Millennium Dash. It was the exact same format as now with go-kart racing. And kind of kept that through Lake Village when it was the Cabin Fever Showdown, and then now we brought it to here. So it's a good deal. I know when Darren Wireman won it the first year, it was kind of proved how it was as far as if you could just get in the race, get a good draw, hang on, 10 laps, man, make 10 good laps. I know Kurt Spalding once started 10th, passed everybody and won, so you can pass, you can get it done, So I know Lomax has won it a few times, so it should be a cool deal. A lot of surprises in it. So
Then what other divisions we have in sport with them this weekend?
we have our regular divisions. We got the the four bangers, of course, and the bombers, and we got the modifieds and the Rebel 8 models. So and I think Tammy does all the payouts. So I think the Rebels are paying 1,000 to win, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're trying to give those get that class going pretty good. So we did get some sponsors for all of our stuff. She knows all of our sponsors and stuff. So but. Anyhow, she's shy.
Yes.
That's all right.
She's very shy.
And that's
Hey,
something I'm
you've already
comfortable
beat
with.
Brian on his first
Okay.
go on the couch. So.
That's true. We're gonna tee him up for the second time here in a little bit. We'll see if he's improved a little bit.
Okay.
So.
Hopefully, he's got a couple Miller Lights in him by then.
Yeah, just relax a little bit. It'll be all right.
You
So-
should have
So
gave
if-
me some shots.
If
before.
by the end of this video we're all a little askew, it's not us, it's not you either.
Yeah, probably tip the camera just a little bit. But the May 20th got a big show coming up for the four bangers. Looks like.
Yeah, that was
the Shadyhill 500.
yes.
But go ahead.
She's
explain.
talking. She's talking. I don't interrupt.
I didn't know if you remembered the name of it.
Well, yeah, of
Okay.
course. Just I love the four baggers. They're cool. I mean, started out I raced go karts when I was 4, quarter midgets and go karts, all that stuff when I was in I know when I would turn 13, a four bagger would definitely be what I'd want to race. And they sound cool, and there's usually a lot of them there. We get down to the best 20 for the feature, and it's a good show. They sound cool. And so we were just talking over the winter, let's do something neat, around Memorial Weekend. And so that's where we came up with the Shadyhill 500. And think about it, you better be there for this one. 33 cars, 11 rows of 3, just like the Indy 500. So it should be quite spectacular. They'll handle it. I've already had, it's going to be crashes. They'll do fine.
I wasn't thinking that.
They're good.
I don't know. I feel like anywhere you race in Indiana in the month of May, it's just a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
It is.
It is.
So fast forward a little bit. July 1st, the 23rd annual Firecracker 50. Obviously, always a popular event.
Yeah, it's one of those lots of laps that we got to count.
Well, maybe by
Usually-
then you're not going to have to count the laps.
It's usually our busiest day of the season. Everybody comes out for the fireworks. So
And then July 8th, you got the David the Bullet Smith making his return to the Speedway.
yes, I'm excited about that. He was very cool. It was pretty amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing him do it again.
Then the Hell Tour is going to return Wednesday, July 12th for Summer Nationals. 10,000 to win late models and 3,000 to win modifieds. It's got to be cool to have kind of a big tour like that roll through the Speedway.
It is. We weren't real sure last year how many cars would show and all that good stuff because we're a little bit later in the season. And if memory serves me correct, we had 41 late models. I couldn't believe it. I was happy with 20. You get a full field, 41 cars, and the modifieds always put on a great show. And so Tammy and I talked, and we said, they had such a good turnout, and we had such a good turnout of people. The fans just came out in groves, and so I told her, I said, let's do something cool. It was only 5,000 to win, so we doubled it to 10,000 to win. And then the modifieds, I said, I consider Shadyhill like the home of modified racing, and so we doubled their pay too. So I thought that was going to be pretty cool. So hopefully that should be some good racing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that'll
always,
definitely bring some cars out.
oh, for sure.
I
and
know
just-
drivers like to get paid.
Oh yeah, who I don't know. I have never met a race car driver that doesn't like money or spending money.
Well, I
You
was gonna
know,
say, wait
it's-
a minute now,
yeah.
you're boss.
Yeah, well, hey,
He likes money, but he spends a lot
yeah,
too.
we go out there, we chase it, and we spend it. So, then in August, you got a couple nights there with some vintage racing coming through the Speedway.
I'll let Tammy handle that.
I think you should because I honestly just don't know much about the old cars.
Yeah, they're a club out of Illinois, and they wanted to come over and run, and so I thought, well, let's we got the crowd for that. Why not give you a little variety? They've never been there before, so looking forward to it. They sent some cool pictures, and should be awesome.
One of the clubs coming has been to Shadyhill, but it's been many years, they said. So
See, she'll correct
I
me.
learned
She won't
that.
say much, but she'll correct me.
I know I just remember
That's
that.
cool.
I just don't.
The instant fact check. They're good.
There you go.
Then with them on the 12th, the topless modifieds coming out. And look at ahead to September, getting towards the end of the season. The Brewster Baker 49, 5,000 to win, plus special guest Rob Swifty Still for a meet and greet.
We know who that is, right?
Oh, I do.
Brian.
You
does
remember
it.
that? That was one of Dad's favorite movies.
We're looking forward to that a lot. He's a really nice guy,
Yeah.
and it'll be good. It'll be a good crowd thing, So that'll be a good race for the Rebel late models. We'll see how we've built the class up by then, and it'll be a good little treat for those guys. As you notice, we try to give all of our classes a treat and a little bit of money here and there, whatever we can. So.
Going ahead, championship night on the September 9th. Plus, you guys can have a bomber bonus. What is the bonus going to be?
You got it.
I'll let you.
In general, we just put a little money away weekly, and we what did that pay last year? I know Ryan Coley won. It was $1,000 to win. I think it was, and
I honestly don't remember.
it's just like the top 10 in points, and we invert them, and they get their little 10-lap showdown, and it's just a good old money race, not for points, anything like that. So just a good to kind of. I know Ryan had said he had broken transmission or something like that, so it was to help the racers out a little bit. So it's a good race, a lot of fun to watch. So.
Yeah, I've seen a couple other tracks doing that kind of at the end of the year.
Yeah.
By a point. I know we talked to Steve.
Yeah,
with
Grundy's got the
doing
the
something
fall
similar. Yeah.
autumn harvest. I think they're calling it now.
Yeah, I was going to call it Fall Classic, but then
Well, I think they started calling it
Yeah,
Fall
he
Classic,
explained
but
that last week. But yeah, and then September 16th, the Mystery 100 plus the Lucky 7 finale. Throughout
That's another lot of laps that we got to count.
well, again, patience, Grasshopper, patience. A lot of other things planned for the fans and crews. Dirt Olympics, which I always hear that's a
that's always
pretty big
fun.
hit.
It is.
That was an idea that we both talked about. We, Tammy and I, kind of created that one. We wanted to just do something to show off the drivers. Like what are their skills? I don't know what you can do or you can do. You might be a great tennis player, you might be a great swimmer. I don't know, but we never tell the drivers what we're going to do, and it's $500. It's a good little chunk of change. And they. I think the modifieds have been the best so far, right? I got it all wrote down,
I believe
but
they're winning. Yes.
when we've had tug of war, we've had of course a relay race, we've had what was the last one that we did?
The obstacle course.
Obstacle
that was my
course.
favorite.
That was
That
great.
was a lot of fun.
I know Brian's got a story we're gonna grill him for later about the tug of war.
Ooh,
Okay.
he was probably hoping we weren't going to mention that.
He knows who's co-hosting this, right?
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, he might have enough Miller Lights in him by that point that he'll
Exactly.
open up about the story, so that'll be all good.
We got two awesome. Dirt Olympics is going to be even better this year. You're going to love it when you see it. It's going to be great.
So
I
y'all
can't
are,
wait.
yeah,
But
y'all
I
are-
can't tell you, of course.
Yeah,
so.
Right.
of course. So everybody's going to want to go check that
I'm
out.
pretty sure I heard Canasta is one of the events.
But along with Dirt Olympics, you got the autograph nights and the fan appreciation nights. Kind of talk about the importance of doing that.
That is our slogan. It came from autograph nights and just the way the drivers treat the fans. It's absolutely incredible. It really is, and that's where I told Tammy, I said, these guys are heroes out here. There's heroes in all kinds of fashion, but these drivers, it's amazing. It gives you goosebumps almost. All the cars on the straightaway and just all the kids. And, I think about when I was a kid meeting some of my heroes, and would show my age a little bit, but Larry Schuler, people like that, and Bobby Wowick, and just going back
That's
to those.
not showing your age.
Yeah.
Larry still races.
But anyway, so yeah, that's anything. I'm sorry, I keep taking the mic away from you.
No,
but,
I like
I think
it.
she's volunteering it up. I mean,
Yeah,
but I love the autograph night. I know the drivers do too. And
it's very cool.
It is. That's where we're heroes race. There's that's kind of what we hold the drivers to that too. Where it's you race like a hero, you don't race there. It's one of those things.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that there's always kids watching, and
Yep.
you said there the heroes out there driving
Absolutely.
race cars. So, then one thing that caught my eye that we got here, the national anthem Sky Jumpers.
I believe you came up with that idea. Or you saw
Oh, it's
them.
I mean, it's not original, but it's. I told her, I said, I want to see that for a little racetrack. I want to see these guys jumping out of these airplanes, and they're cool guys. They got their with the smoke on their ankles,
yeah.
and coming down with flags and stuff, and so it should be really looking forward to that. So,
I mean, I would never jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Yeah.
Shiloh's done it. She's done it, and I've seen the video, and that was enough to. I mean, fear of heights here. That was enough to. Get me sweating. So, more power to them. But still, yeah, it would be a cool thing to see. Obviously, you see that at bigger national events, but local homegrown racetrack, it would definitely be cool to see. We went through it. Got a lot of racing coming up this summer, all summer long. What's maybe the thing you guys are looking forward to the most?
you can answer that one now.
Ooh, I have to think because I'm looking forward to David the Bullet Smith. I love Autograph Night and I love Dirt Olympics. But honestly, I kind of love every week. I really do. I love what we do and I get excited when the cars come around the corner and I can't wait for Saturday. So, honestly.
As an owner, that's a good attitude to have.
Yeah, believe me, I'm sure
I
there's
know
some
some
days in the
owners
middle of the
that
year that it's
kind
like
of sour
yeah.
on it after a while, and it's not as fun as it used to be.
You got to make it fun because it can get tough. There's no question it can get tough.
It's tough all the time. Really, it is. But Saturday makes it worth it,
Right.
And that's what I always tell them because we will check with each other like, are you still good? Are you good? Are we doing what we should be doing? And I always say the same thing. Yeah, on the first night when that first car comes around the corner, I still get all the excitement. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, Brian and I usually have that discussion in August.
Yep, exactly. Well, before we wrap up and let you guys head out of here, it takes a lot of people to make the racetrack and racing world go around. So I'll give you guys a chance to shout out and thank the crew over there at the Shadyhill Speedway that helps you guys out.
I'm going first.
Go ahead.
First of all, we haven't even opened yet, but I have a huge thank you to Brian Goodacre. Him and I have been working very closely since January on our program it's special for the 40th season of racing, and I think it's going to be the best one yet. He's done some great work, and I just thank you.
Yeah, I'm not just saying it because I got paid to say it, but Good Acres, you guys once again, the banquets are wonderful.
Yes.
People come and they, hopefully they understand how much work that is to put stuff like that together. And you're, Tammy and I go to a lot of racetracks, and I don't know anybody hardly anymore that has programs anymore. As a kid, I used to love the program. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And you guys have hit a home run on this one. It's beautiful. And Brian, of course.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's great. And so it's just something cool to look at. And every now and then I'll go to somebody's house or be at a business and we'll see one of our programs there. It's a lot of work. She did a lot of it too. It's a lot of hours, but I hope they appreciate it. And just one of those little things that helps you out a little bit. So, because you guys, there's Facebook. Everybody can take a picture on their phone, but it takes a good, talented photographer to sell stuff, and it's a cool deal.
I'll take partial credit for that since I'm on camera right now. But yeah, Brian's really stepped up. He's kicked ass this year, and we haven't even started yet.
And I'd like to thank all the advertisers in it. We have a record number this year. 50? Yep. We counted them a few weeks back, didn't we? So 50 advertisers. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So, and I thank each
Now
and every
Stan's
one
got
of
a
them.
goal.
I think we've been at maybe 25 to 30. I mean, we're getting up there. But it's great to see so many local companies and folks supporting the racing community. So before we let you guys go, where can everybody find information about Shadyhill?
You got that.
ShadyhillSpeedway.com, or you can follow us on Facebook.
Awesome. So everybody go check it out. I know that you will. Guys, thanks for coming in and hanging with us and talking with us a little bit, and look forward to seeing you at the track this year, and best of luck.
Thanks for having us.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah,
let's,
totally hitch-free and smoothly right into our...
everything is great.
Yeah, we
Everything
redid the
is-
furniture and didn't have to record this twice, and I think we're all right.
Yeah, everything is fine, and there's an elephant in the room, Mr. Producer Goodacre, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I messed up.
Mr. Rules.
Yeah. So, Facebook's a wonderful place. Things get posted, and there's links everywhere. Rules are up. You can go, check them out yourself. Make sure you're legal. But yes, I was under the impression that there was a minor rule change.
I think they're now requiring all of the lug nuts to be on the wheels.
Yeah. It was talked about, it sounds like early January, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I thought it was a little bit bigger, but
You've worked on a lot of stuff since
Okay,
then.
well,
I have.
Did you hear it from a racer about the rule change? Because racers tend to blow rule changes out of proportion. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be the worst thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is completely going to kill
I-
us.
Just like I've never heard a race car driver not want money, I've never heard a race car driver not complain about something.
anything, literally ever.
Rules is rules.
Dude, it happens. So, yeah, go to Shadyhill Speedway, go to their website, go to their Facebook page. You can get all that information.
All
Yeah,
the
trust the
official
tech
rules.
officials, not the photographer.
Yeah.
I have one and the same. It'll be all right.
No, don't make him the tech guy and the photographer.
You
You
just
know
need
how
to be-
long Victory Lane would take if he's got to tech it and take the picture?
Well, 2 for 1, right? I mean,
Well, in the dirt world, they have that nifty thing where they just worry about weight. Everything else happens later.
Well, yeah, but all the stampede you get down in Victory Lane is
Oh, man.
definitely.
Part of me is very uncertain about that because there's just so many kids running around. But at the same time, it's like these kids live for this.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I need to take 10 extra steps back, 20 extra steps
You're gonna
back,
have to get you a wider angle.
a wider angle
Gonna do a
lens,
fish eye.
just a
Fish
fish
eye,
eye. or I'm out there with a panoramic
Yeah.
camera.
Why is the photographer up in the flag stand?
Yeah, but
Is there a
it's
car in
awesome.
that picture?
Billy Nippenberg got out of the
Yeah.
car after one of his features and looked around and goes, "Who are all you kids?"
Yeah, but
It's
you know,
awesome.
I remember back at Illiana, when one of our favorites would win, like Brian Muick would win,
Yeah.
and you and Sarah would run down.
Plenty
there
of
and-
photos in
yeah.
Dad's collection of us.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah.
think there is a picture of you and Sarah and Taylor and DJ Weltmeyer
DJ
after one of Dave's
yeah.
wins.
Yep.
Back when you were all like 6.
I think Sarah and Taylor won the bubble gum blowing.
I think so,
contest.
yeah.
Yeah, I can remember back at Illiana, right before I started to go work with the S4 crew. I was helping out Brown Guy on his street stock, and it was his Bentonhausen win there. We were just sitting up in the stands, so I mean, we had ran down onto the track and everything else. I mean, there was like 20 people down there. It was crazy and insane.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
it's a memory that's very vivid in my mind. So I mean, even being older at that point, even still for kids, it's just
yeah.
got to be like the coolest thing ever.
And we talked about with Steve last week, just even, being on the track's part of our job, it's still cool walking out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even Billy kind of alluded to it, the autograph nights and the fan appreciation nights and everything about the kids going out to meet their heroes. The
Yep.
cars lined up on the track. It's just a cool thing to do.
I still
Absolutely.
get starstruck when Tyler Erb pulled up to Shadyhill. Man, I was like a kid again. And this dude's probably younger than me, honestly, and he can wheel, and he damn near lapped the field because he was the best one there, hands down. But yeah, it's just cool to see some of these guys you look up to.
Well,
Right up in your
how
face.
I know we made it is when I was walking through the pits one night at Illiana, and John Nutley waved at me before I said hi to him.
John Nutley.
I mean, even when Majeski came and won the Bentonhausen 2 years ago, just sitting there in practice, he's sitting there, literally an arm's length away and timing our car watching it. That's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of neat. Just to be, have them people, and then to still get to race against the Eddie Hoffmans and the Mike
Yeah,
Whites and
yeah.
the people you kind of grew up watching.
Mike White.
Yeah.
And Blake Brown this past week, I'm going to take a little bit of credit because I sent him a picture. He shared a Facebook memory of, God, it was like, I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
And,
One of our best photos.
yeah. Eddie had beat him at Grundy. And just this past Saturday at opening night,
He beat Eddie.
Eddie. And I was editing pictures when I saw that, and he'd sent me a message. So I seem to remember him doing okay in 2011. So I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, we got it's photo finish. Blake Brown getting Eddie by like maybe
Half a
2
car
feet.
length?
Yeah.
I think it was closer than that. It's like
Yeah.
right at the tire.
Yeah.
And that stuff's just cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that's as kids, and then you grow up, you just kind of remember all those things, and everything kind of always comes full circle.
Well, that's why we do what we do.
That's exactly why. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to what's coming up at Shadyhill this Speedway. They talked about obviously some of the classes they had going on this year, the modifieds and the bombers. Everything's kind of staying the same there. And then the UMP Crate late models going over to the Rebel late model series this year. I think that's definitely one to watch. We've talked about it on this show before, how the dirt world kind of, they kind of have the advantage with trying to make similar
Right, yeah.
rules.
If you're running UMP or IMCA, I think is the other division, you can race that anywhere.
Yeah, so this one obviously had maybe a little bit of drama, uncertainty. Go figure with racing, right?
Didn't we just say that?
Yeah, behind the scenes with the UMP crates. So Billy and them out at Shadyhill Speedway are going a bit of a different approach with the Rebel Late Model Series.
Yeah, you got to applaud them for it. Moving away from UMP and that, I don't want to say like overseer, I guess, if you will, by rules. And they're doing their own thing. And crates, they're inviting them back. Like, don't be afraid to come race with us. You get a little weight break, And I think ultimately, really that Brewster Baker 49, I think that's going to be a hell of a race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they kind of said that'll be the point where they really know how that series or that division is really going to do. So, yeah, definitely a lot to look forward to there on that series. Like I said, this is the 40th season, so a lot going on. Special, the Shadyhill 500 over Memorial Day weekend. Like we talked about with them, if you're a race car driver in Indy, whether you are strapping in to an Indy car for the 500 or you are racing a kart somewhere, as a 10 or 11-year-old, racing in Indiana in the month of May is just awesome.
It's kind of like it's a little more spread out than Speed Weeks, but it's kind of like Speed Weeks right here in our home state is everything kind of comes back around to Indianapolis, but we've got the mini Indy, we've got Saturday Anderson. I always forget which Anderson and which is Winchester, but
the mini Indy is at Anderson.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Midwest racing.
Yeah, Indiana racing May. I know back in 2013 when I was running Legends, I was just so cool to run, in the month of May in Indy Canyon, and I get to do that again here coming up. So it'll be
looking at this weekend, just looking forward a little bit. Hell of a lot better temperature in May than it was in April.
yeah, just a little bit. So I think the weather's finally going to break. So knock on wood. I know I just probably jinxed everybody.
Got to get some wood over here.
We have our
there you go.
between one fern. Over there, our Bob over there. Then looking forward to the Hell Tour coming through on Wednesday, July the 12th.
That is the highest paying for winter modified, 3,000. Everywhere else is 1,500 for the summits. So I think that modified race might be the one you don't want to miss.
Yeah,
in the country.
And kudos to Billy and Tammy for stepping up and doubling the pay.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's almost I would say unheard of for a payout that large. But I mean, you want cars, you want people to come.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
going to be a good
for
show.
a Hell Tour race, it's middle of the week.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's kind of old school. How guys would just race every night of the week. So and the Hell Tour really
calling back Raceway Park.
Yeah, I mean the Hell Tour really embraces that. I mean, I think every night. For a couple weeks they're racing at all these different dirt tracks around the area. So pretty cool to see. 10,000 to win for the late models coming through there.
I think they're one of 4 or 5 shows on the tour that's 10,000 to win. And I think it all kind of culminates down at Fairbury with that Prairie Dirt Classic that is the race of races, if you will, in the world of dirt late models.
Yeah, so and then so really looking forward to that Wednesday, July 12th, midweek show. Some vintage racing coming through. I think anytime you see any vintage
yeah.
race cars, no matter what, it's just always cool.
I think everybody, if you don't love old race cars, why?
Yeah, I mean the new stuff. It's always cool to see the new fancy technology and everything. But there's just something about an old classic car, whether it's asphalt, dirt, NASCAR, your local racing. It doesn't matter. It's just kind of cool to see how things maybe used to be or used to look. Because I mean, a lot of that stuff is even probably before our time. So even yours, Chris. I mean.
Oh man!
Wait, wait!
Got him.
Got him.
Listen, just because Shady Hill's been racing stock cars as long as I've been alive, they've got like 3 months on me. Still,
Wait. That means you're gonna be 40 this year.
The big 4-0, man.
Happy
you want to be
birthday.
on the next episode?
If he's not on the next episode, you know why. Then the Brewster Baker 49, 5,000 to win. Plus you got Rob Swifty still, the meet and greet. Obviously that's kind of a big thing that they've done over there. I think for a couple years now with that Brewster Baker event.
Yeah. They don't. I had asked the question if this was an annual thing, and they were undecided on it, so that was not included in the program. But they have ran it the past few years, and they've got a pretty decent showing of late models. I know last year we were down a little bit, but I think with the Rebel class taking over, I truly believe this is going to be a good race.
Yeah.
A good
Yeah.
season. Even.
Yeah, and then they talked about the bomber bonus a little bit for championship night, which again we kind of mentioned Grundy doing something similar for top 10 and late models. Just a little extra money towards the end of the year, a little less pressure and getting out there. So I think that'll be a
Ironically
cool
enough, last year 2 of the drivers in that race were in somebody else's car.
and that's kind of perfect reason to do something like that. Everybody towards the end of the year, I mean, stuff gets banged up, parts are wearing, and a little extra coin going to the off season is definitely not a bad thing.
Yeah, put the car back together.
Yeah, and then everything wraps up with the Mystery 100 and the Lucky 7 Series finale. Again,
that's a cool race too. It's I totally understand from a racer's perspective going out there to win and not knowing what the purse is, but at the same time, Billy's throwing a lot of money at that race too.
Yeah. If you know where to find the pictures that prove the check, you can count, you can add. It's sure going to be another big purse, and I tell you what, I've never been a fan of the predetermined competition cautions, but it's cool to do those live pit stops right on the front stretch.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, how many pit stops do dirt cars get?
Right.
They don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you might get a crew change a tire because it goes flat in the middle of a race, but like these are live pit stops.
Yeah,
everybody
but
stops.
normally,
Everybody's
Shady Hill,
working.
if you got a flat, they'll let you race.
Yeah,
You
right,
don't have enough race to come back out to the next one, and
right.
generally there's the next race lined up in the chute anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so a lot of cool things coming up, and then we already talked about autograph nights and fan appreciation night.
yeah, autograph night.
Get your orders in now. Driver cards.
Yeah, so with that second, Dirt Olympics, obviously a cool thing that they've adopted over there. Just
Oh,
yes, the Dirt Olympics story.
You gotta tell me the story. What's the story? I don't
He
remember.
doesn't remember. He blocked it out.
I think he's had a couple. So I remember getting, it was either a text or a call or something, but it was Dirt Olympics, and they were doing tug of war, and Brian here is taking pictures of the tug of war, and meanwhile he's got both sides bidding on which side he's gonna join.
Yeah. I am a pretty big guy. Played football. Money talks.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I thought you were gonna ridicule me about
No,
the
we're
picture
not.
of Emily Sutton on the bench, because that was tug of war night too, with the hilarious face.
Yeah, we did have we were floating around the idea of a calendar of the faces of Emily Sutton.
They're always good. She's got something up her sleeve.
Well, I talked about those driver cards. That'd be time for you guys to do.
Yeah, you want to do the sponsor plug this time?
Yeah.
I don't know the prices, but we have them.
Well, by the
on
time
computer.
this episode airs, we'll have the
have 'em.
prices up.
All right.
It's a coordinated attack over here.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So, the one downfall of early season autograph nights is we're kind of pressed for time. So we've got a few weeks in for racing. Some of us will be doing our first week here this weekend.
Yeah, you've
but
got like
there's
60 pictures from.
69.
Nice.
Yeah. What?
Coincidence.
Some things just happen. But
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he had
we can-
68 and took one more just for the.
just up the count a
Or
little
maybe
bit.
I took 70 and just deleted one.
Either way.
Either way, the math works.
Yeah,
Play your plus
yeah.
one or minus one.
Right. But yes, autograph nights are coming full force, and we're ready to tackle the driver cards to make sure
Yep. Something.
you guys look professional.
Something we're gonna throw in here that he doesn't even know about yet is Melissa Keys made me a deal. We're gonna offer, in addition to cards, you can get little, I think they're 3-inch stickers to hand out too.
Yeah.
Look at you guys go.
Kids love stickers. I
They
love
do.
stickers.
Who doesn't love stickers?
I got coolers to fill, man. Of beer.
I was gonna say stickers.
I mean, either way.
Are we filling the inside or the outside?
Both.
Yes. Do both. So a lot of cool things coming up. Obviously, you guys will be out at the Speedways this weekend.
Yeah, we got a full weekend slated. I got Grundy Friday, got 5 divisions. Little Bird told me that there's maybe some Super Cups going to be at Grundy on Friday, and
There's
then
at least one of them's going to be there, I know.
Saturday we got Shadyhill's opening night. We got
White
South
Lightning,
Bend,
yep.
yeah, the White Lightning event. We got South Bend. I forgot what they have on the schedule, but they're running Saturday.
Is that the big street stock race they're pushing?
Yes, the big street. That's what it was. Thank you. Plymouth is their postponed opening night is on Friday, which unfortunately I'm not going to be at because I got to be at Grundy. Because as hard as I try, I still can't quite be in
You have
two
not
places
cloned
that far
yourself yet,
apart.
yes.
And then mini wedges double features on Sunday because we got a little weather last
Get
weekend.
snowed out or rained out or sleet?
Yes,
Sleeted
it was right there in between. You know, it started coming down. It's okay, everybody back to your haulers. We're in a holding pattern, and within 2 minutes, we'd lost the track surface and called it a day.
Yeah, weather has definitely been rough here the early season, which, I mean,
Hey, that first week of practice at Grundy was beautiful.
yes.
And
that-
we've paid for it since.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of got lulled into the false sense of security there
Yeah.
from Mother Nature, but looks like things are getting ready to break. So goodacrephotography.com / whatever track, right? Is that
Yeah,
how that
/
works?
whatever track. Yeah, so we post on Facebook when the pictures are up. I'll include the link directly into that album. It's usually goodacrephotography.com / your track / the date code of that weekend's races. And yeah, we only post some of the highlights just as a teaser on Facebook. You got to actually go into the album to see the whole night. Anything else you want to add?
Good Acre Design, maybe. So
Yeah, it's Good Acre Design. We
bunch of
got
driver
yeah.
cards, your
Clay Kurtz.
stickers.
Clay Kurtz running one of our designs this weekend at where
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hawkeye Downs.
Yeah,
Yes.
Iowa.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, really proud about how that came about. Melissa and Eddie sent me some pictures earlier today. That car is coming together really nicely.
Awesome.
So good stuff to see that on track. So yeah, your design needs, your photography needs, make sure to check them out. As far as the podcast goes, obviously you're probably watching this on YouTube because I haven't posted it anywhere else. So make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button down there. We want to get that subscriber count up, man. We know what we put out. I mean, we have standards. They're low
We definitely
standards.
don't put out people that have
Yeah.
echoed audio.
Yeah. So make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button.
Yeah, share with your friends. You know, have a
share
watch
with your
party.
enemies too. I mean, I don't really care. Just share it. Get it out there. Facebook, Instagram at Illiana SCR. We are there. Audio versions. If you are too busy to sit down and watch the show, or you like to watch it or listen to it on the go, well, you know, whether you're doing something in the house, working out, whatever, you can find us on.
Even if you want to put us on to go to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes I sit here and fall asleep as we're doing it. So, I mean, it does happen. So, yes.
That's why we're in studio tonight, is
Yes.
to make sure he stays awake through this one.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we're all out there. Again, Illiana Stock Car Radio. Just go ahead and do the search. We do have the links out there on all these YouTube videos for the audio, and then we will also post it on our Facebook page. A lot of cool things. Obviously, S4 Motorsports Marketing. If you have any business that you're looking to advertise in the motorsports realm, S4 Motorsports Marketing. We work very
Stan's
hard.
got some empty table on his or empty space on his table of goodies.
Yeah, but not many on the car, but we will find a spot for you. So S4 Motorsports Marketing, we work hard to get your message out front. Looking forward to getting to the track this weekend with the S4 Motorsports crew.
Yeah, you excited?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back. It's been a minute. So it's been 10 years since I've raced competitively. It's 2013. So yeah, interested to get there.
Didn't
and
you
get
win a
back in.
race back then too?
I did. I did. So hopefully we can pick up where we left off. So
Gonna have to knock the rust off.
yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We did that in October. Everything worked all right, but you definitely have knocked the rust off, and hopefully,
You've been doing all right on iRacing. It's not that different, right?
no, you actually feel it when you hit something.
Well,
That's-
yeah,
that's
it's a
about
little
it.
more expensive.
But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have a nice, flawless night. So
There you go.
Hoping to do something there. Might try to catch some videos of that. Maybe kind of do something behind the scenes. So keep tabs on social media for that. Just kind of depends on how the night goes and if I can snag some time to get some video clips or whatnot. But really looking forward to that.
Sounds like you might be coming out after work.
That video.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so really looking forward to that, and I'm sure on our next episode we'll kind of recap that and how all that went. So really looking forward to that. So
Oh, wait, does this mean Jeremy's going to be the next guest?
less coordination that way. So that does work out. So
Put them in the hot seat.
yeah,
There you go.
Really looking forward. It means one of you guys would actually have to do
Oh,
the
damn.
interview. So
How'd it go?
yeah, yeah. What did you do with your hands? So really looking forward to that. That being said, hopefully everybody out there, if you're watching this, if you're a fan, you're a racer, you will find a track to get to somewhere. We've recapped. There's plenty going on this weekend. So in the words of our buddy Tony Eldridge, make sure to get your backside trackside this weekend. Support local short track racing as we do. We are happy that the 2023 season is kicking off, and maybe Mother Nature will finally allow us just some nice racing nights. So with that being said, the brothers Goodacre, Brian and Christopher, I am Jeremy Banning, saying so long till next episode, and until then, keep going fast and turning left.